Liverpool Fan in Japan.
Hello YouTube, Liverpool Fan in Japan here, the Miyazaki man Sai. We've got a lot to speak about today because we are the champions of England, the Premier League champions, season 2024-25. We are the reigning, defending, English, Liverpudlian, Scouser, Premier League champions of the world. Up the shiny one, Arne Slot, as predicted by my man Andy Cantwell, your boy, the Miyazaki man Sai, and Leo Goals as well. We predicted that we would have a defining season to remember, and boy oh boy did we do it. The celebrations. Thank you everyone for joining me on the live YouTube stream yesterday. Mina aishiteru yo ichiban minasan. That means everyone is the best, guys. Wow, we're only going to go upwards from here because Wirtz, Kerkez and Frimpong are coming in, but we'll get to them in a bit. There's many things to talk about today, including the future of Harvey Elliott, Federico Chiesa, Andy Robertson, right? Darwin Nunes. We've got so much to talk about, so let's get into it. But first and foremost, Watu Endo. He is champion Endo. He's already won the league. He becomes the fourth Japanese player. That's right, fourth Japanese player to win the league. Shinji Okazaki, the crazy second striker forward for Leicester. Vardy having a party, but he couldn't have done it without Okazaki plucking away and absolutely hounding the opposition defense as well. Shinji Okazaki. Shinji Kagawa at Man United, bit part player, looked great for Dortmund, couldn't fit in or settle at Man United, but to be fair to him, he had his adult Japan girlfriend in the adult industry, Amari Ichinose. Ichinose indeed. Welling Kagawa-san, she's really cute by the way. And of course, Taki Minamino came in January and won the Premier League with Liverpool. He was a cup hero as well, scored a crucial goal against Crystal Palace. Love me some Taki Minamino, number 3. And Watu Endo, Man Mountain Emperor, the big E, Emperor of Mankind Endo, becomes the fourth Japanese player to win the Premier League, and my goodness, he stood up to be counted. The game changed on a knife edge when Gravenberch got the red card. Unfortunately, he slipped, but didn't matter. Endo came on and was boss in the half-back position, in the right-back position. He was the one that dominated the game. The whole narrative and flow of the game changed as soon as Endo put in the crunching tackles. His reading of the game, his game intelligence. He is mid-boss, final boss, ultimate boss. Sephiroth, Final Fantasy VII, Wataru Endo, right? He came in, put his foot where it hurts, but his transition from back to front is immense. Now you understand when Endo plays for the Japan national team, he's not an anchor man, he's not a defensive midfield, right? Tanaka does a lot of his work as well. He goes box to box, he's a creative force. He makes overlapping runs. Did you notice when Soboslai, Curtis Jones gave the ball, they did not burst the gut to overlap on that instance, but Endo did. He overlaps Trent AlexanderArnold. He overlaps Mo Salah. He is the one to give and go and receive on the end of it. He won a corner right in the right wing spot as well. He's everywhere. He's a dynamo, a Duracell bunny, and he's gonna stay because we've got the pre-league, pre-season, pre-tour in Yokohama, Japan. Yokohama, Japan is famous for having a great Chinatown. Some Peking duck seal up, some char-siu. I can do all that stuff. I love me some Chinatown roast duck. Hoisin sauce, yes baby. Yeah, I'll try and make my way there. I got to attempt the general ballot to get myself a ticket. I might even approach Liverpool, see if they give me a media pass or something to do exclusive interviews. That'd be something, right? Miyazaki man, Liverpool fan in Japan, representing. Go on Liverpool, hook me up. Call me. I can do your scouting for you. I'll do it for free. Okay, no, pay me something at least, you know. So let's get on to Trent AlexanderArnold, right? So I love how this played out. I love it. Previously, when he came on to the boos, right? Rightfully so. Liverpool had a chance. Liverpool fans in the stand had a chance to vent their frustration, obviously, of the saga, the scenes and everything. And that sent a clear message. You don't cross the boss Arne Slot. You don't cross Liverpudlians. You don't turn your back when presented a huge contract offer and the dangling of the carrot, the captaincy as well after Virgil van Dijk. But look, he refused to sign. He got the boos. Now, come yesterday, right? Jurgen Klopp announces this is not who we are. We are a club of positivity. We back our own. And this is a day of celebration, okay? This is a day of celebration, being crowned Premier League champions in front of our fans after 35 years, celebrating one and all, hearts and souls united. Don't add any negativity to the mix, even if it's in regards to Trent and how he strung us along, right? And false narratives and false promises and whatever to the biggest rivals. It's a day for positivity. He came on. First 3 balls overhit. We weren't enjoying them at all, right? Overhit. Hollywood balls, making a day about him. But he hit some absolute highlight reel showstoppers. cross-field balls to Cody Gakpo onto the chest, inch perfect, around the outside, and that ball to Darwin Nunes was immense. Could have even won a penalty if he was a little bit smarter about it as well. He'll be missed, but I am personally not going to miss the fact that we've become so predictable when Trent's on the ball. He's looking to hit the Hollywood ball. The opposition can drop back, drop into the zones and passing zones. Now, when the 1 in 5 Hollywood ball comes off, it looks amazing for the highlight reel, and Trent tries it time and time again because he makes it about himself, right? You saw that with the celebrations. I don't know why they focus so much on Trent being the centerpiece and him hogging the cup, but that aside, we become less predictable when Trent Alexander-Arnold is not on the field, and we become more dynamic because all he can do is a long ball, striding, runs, tackling, game breaking, phase breaking in terms of on the ball contributions, middling, but ball playing ability, world-class ability, if not a world-class player. He's a Real Madrid player now. The chapter is over. Thank you for the memories, but he's just another player now. And he got the standing ovation. Great for him. Now he's seen both sides of the Liverpool fan base. The hatred towards the build-up and what he did to engineer the move, and the love you get as a Liverpool player putting on the Liverpool shirt in front of the best stadium and best fans in the world in Anfield when we did win the Premier League, deservedly so, champions of England, because we huffed and we puffed with the quality attributes and quality players and the bromance behind the scenes and the fans and the love and the infrastructure. He will now know, and it hit home to him when he saw his mum, tears flowed, and that's genuine, by the way. That is genuine. He loves Liverpool. He kissed a badge. He's no longer a Liverpool player. We move on. But he's seen both sides of Liverpool. You don't cross the fan base, but at the same time, we show love to everyone who gives their all in a Liverpool shirt on the day. Okay, so let's move on from that. Darwin Nunes, always effective. That pace, the work ethic, the Dr. Dre, bad boy, Snoop Doggy Dogg, not Snoogie Doogie from the Gillette and Hicks era, right? No Gillette, George Gillette, the pranksters, the clowns, the pieros. That means clowns in Japanese as well, right? We're over that period, dark cloud in our history. Benitez and the lawyers fought on our side to get rid of him, and now FSG are here, and the war chest exists for the right players. The right players are obviously Wirtz, Florian Wirtz with a V. Thank you for letting me know in the chat, everyone. Milos Kerkez, by all accounts, is moving swiftly, and Frimpong is already done. Connor Bradley is going to have an absolute mammoth task to cement that first team right back slot, because Frimpong is quality. He has the attacking metrics of a world-class right back in attack as well. Whoever starts out of them on any given day will start on merit and on form, because Connor Bradley, unfortunately, had a hit and miss game. That first ball, right, we're not in transition in a safe spot, which we would regard our fullback slot as a safe spot to have the ball. If you give it away down the line and there's an obvious ball with an interception coming straight away, Van Dijk and Konate split like the Red Sea. They split, and with Ismail Assar standing right in the middle, it's a simple ball in 1v1 with Alisson Becker right in the middle of the goal. He couldn't miss. He just couldn't miss, right? So you see on the transition, it was impossible. You can't lose the ball in that situation. Otherwise, we're done. We're toast, because Van Dijk and Konate already split, knowing that Gravenberch is the pivot in the triangle, but further forward as well, not in a half-back position because he didn't come back into the anchor. Ismail Assar, cleverly positioned, finished with aplomb. Crystal Palace didn't even have Adam Wharton in the mix, and he's quality player. Speaking of which, I have done a preview on Victor Gyökeres's possibilities to Liverpool in the member section. I'm going to do one a day, a short a day, on every single player ever linked to Liverpool and as a possibility to Liverpool. So members enjoyed exclusive content. Thank you for gifting the membership, everyone, in the live stream yesterday. Enjoyed exclusive members content. I'm going to do one a day for you guys. It's only £2 a month. Why not? Cheaper than a cheeky cheeseburger at Mackie D's or a Starbucks cafe as well. A little bit bitter, Starbucks, but still tasty. I love my Starbucks on occasion. Okay, so if you join the membership, thank you so much. It's the best way to support the channel because YouTube don't pay shares, right? It's like £2 or £3 a video, £4 nowadays, but still lower than minimum wage. Thank you so much. Drop a like on this video if you haven't already. Subscribe. This is a channel of substance and abundance, and we go deep into analysis where no one else will. So speaking of Darwin Nunes, with the chronic, the bad boy cornrows, braided hair, shows he's effective, but I think he's going to move on to pastures new. He would fit an Atletico Madrid. He would make money bags at Saudi Arabia in one of his clubs as well. But the thing is, yeah, he just doesn't have the confidence and love from Slot to consistently start. But if Florian Wirtz plays behind him, you'd see an unlocked Nunes for all the chances to be funneled through him. And with his raw attributes, he'll get chance after chance. And even though he's a volume striker, like a Gyökeres, by the way, he will score his fair share. But it would nullify some of our clinical nature, and I think he will probably go on to start again. And I wish him all the best. We love Darwin Nunes. He can never be found wanting. He came back and won the ball back. Agent of chaos, immense in the build-up play. He's always given it all, and he's represented us proudly, even if it didn't quite work out for him in the end. Diogo Jota as well, penetrating runs, but I think his best days are behind him. The injuries are catching up to him as well. He should have been clinical, but he has not had a clinical season. If a good offer comes in, I could see Diogo Jota moving on as well, unless he's very happy with a second choice bench role, a prominent bench role, the Divock Origi role, in which case he could stay as he offers options across the whole front line. Now, someone that will probably leave based on the interview and the scenes yesterday is Harvey Elliott. Now, I love Harvey Elliott. He rejected Real Madrid. He didn't want to meet Sergio Ramos because what he did to Mo Salah. He is one of our own. He is a true Liverpool fan. He gave it everything. But the problem is the pace and the penetration is lacking. His football intelligence, his line-breaking balls, his penetrative balls, his composure in the final third. He's got a great left foot, great ceiling. Could be Bernardo Silva-esque, David Silva-esque, Juan Mata, Santi Cazorla-esque. But he's too diminutive. He doesn't contribute enough in the press. He hasn't got the pace and direct running and the off-the-ball movement to really make an impact. And between the lines, he's only going to be a bit-part player, and he deserves so much more than that. He could be a 50, 60, 70 million pound player in the making. We're going to make a huge profit from him. We signed him as a youngster from Blackburn. We've seen him grow from a boy to a man. He started very early, trusted by Jurgen Klopp in a right midfield 8 slot ahead of Jordan Henderson. Just couldn't quite find a place for him. And with Florian Wirtz coming in as well, the minutes, they are found wanting. I wish Harvey Elliott all the best. We're probably going to get 25 to 30 million for him. It'll contribute to the war chest as well. And look, I love you, Elliott. Harvey Elliott, you are a star, and you're going to be a star. Unfortunately, I hope we get a buyback clause, but I just can't see him making it. He lacks the direct penetration for his position, and Mo Salah's in the way, and so Florian Wirtz and Szoboszlai and Chiesa for now. Federico Chiesa couldn't even make the bench, but he was adored and cheered by the Liverpool fan base, right? Amazing scenes. Federico, he's so happy. He's smiling. He's a smiley, cheesy Italian. I love his smile, right? I think he'll stay for the fact that with AFCON, we will need backup for Salah, even though we've got Frimpong in that position. We can play all front three positions. He hasn't kicked up a fuss, but the reason why is his wages are quite high, 120 to 140,000, signed on a cheap 10 to 14 million pound deal. Only the top tier Italian teams will really go after him based on past merits, being a European Cup winner and man of the match for many of his matches. He might have been Italy's player of the season for that particular period, but can't see them stumping up on his wage, and we wouldn't want to sacrifice that amount of money, subsidizing some of his wages to allow him to move on. And he's a happy chappy on the bench. If we can make the most of him, why not? Give him another season. He's now fully fit for the slot machine system, and Elliott's off, which means there is a place on the bench. If a good offer comes in, he will move, but I could also see him staying for the fact that AFCON is next season as well. Lucho Diaz, depends when he signs a new contract. If he signs a new contract, he plucks, he's hardworking, he's energetic, he drops back in the left midfielder slot. He allows us to bring the ball with pace and penetration in the midfield lines as well, even though he's not the most direct anymore. Him and Gakpo are still valid options on the left wing, and unless we really target a goal-scoring, penetrating, fast winger like a Semenyo, who I'll do a video on, Mbeumo, who I'll do a video on, Mohamed Kudus, Eze, I'll do videos on all of them, baby, in the member section. So yep, join if you haven't already. It really supports the channel. But yeah, I can see him staying on and signing a deal because he is, by all accounts, one of our lowest paid, high valued, clinical players in terms of players that Slot trusts, not in terms of finishing, because Slot trusts him intimately. 28 years old, peak of his value. If a good offer comes in, he'll go. If not, he will stay. Gakpo is the only one alongside Salah who will definitely stay out of that front line. Jarrell Quansah could move on as well. Doesn't really get many minutes. I don't think his ceiling is as high as many people think. He just hasn't got the agility or that dominance that you'd expect. And Konate and Quansah as a pairing doesn't work. He's even been shifted into right back because of the lack of trust in him in centre back position. Endo is better at right back and at centre back. And Endo will stay for sure because Man Mountain Endo is a beast. He's absolutely dominant with the gum shield. And as I said, the preseason in Yokohama doesn't make sense if he would leave at all. Curtis Jones showed why he's a rotation player. He just holds on the ball too long. He lost the ball yesterday countless times, wasn't completely press resistant, but he's a quality footballer, quality technical attributes, homegrown. He's the only Scouser in the team now. He stays on merit. He has the chance to prove himself. but he's behind McAllister. And you see, with the lack of Alexis McAllister in the lineup, right, we lose the tempo maestro, we lose the control in the base of midfield, we lose the ability to break the line, snap into the tackle. Not until Endo came on, you have someone snapping to the tackle, winning the ball, playing it forward straight away, right? McAllister and Endo are what it needs to be in terms of snapping into the tackle, putting your body where it hurts, winning the 50-50s, playing the ball forward, running the ball forward, making the break forward, and being able to play it in the pocket in front as well. Szoboszlai just so passive. He passes on the buck way too much. When there was a clear run in front of him to run straight and two players marking Salah on the right, he still tried to wiggle away to find a way to Salah and gave the ball away. He just needs to be more decisive, take on the shots, take on responsibility. He can do it. I've seen it for Hungary. I've seen it for Leipzig as well. But Szoboszlai will probably play deeper now that Florian Wirtz is likely to come as well, and for good reason, because Florian Wirtz is a difference maker in the final third. But having Wirtz and Szoboszlai press from the front, immense. Dual 10s without a striker could work, but I still think we will sign a striker, just not who you think it will be. We'll get into that in a different video as well. Robertson, the game passed him by. I love Andy Robertson, Scottish Braveheart, immense in the left-back slot, but he just wasn't up to the pace. He wasn't up to the pace of the game. He was lethargic, and the old strategy of the ball coming back and just whipping it in. Now, this is a criticism I got of this system, right? And we'll go into this system and what it means for next system and what Slot is trying out here. But Gakpo cutting inside, chipping at back post. Robertson first time to the back post. Who are we hitting? Are we trying to hit Mo Salah to put it across goal first time and hit and hope someone runs into it or deflection to the right path? It wasn't working. Every time Gakpo cut inside and every time Robertson tried to whip it in first time, there were 3 Palace players, including Will Hughes, including Munoz, including, all the players. Everyone knew we were chipping into the back post. They lined up there to clear it. Mo Salah's not going to win any headers. It has to be inch perfect to drop onto his foot. And even then, it's onto his right foot, unless he Trivella's it out of the air on the left foot, which is not going to happen, right? You need the ball on the ground to do a Trivella. It's a technical thing, by the way. Yeah, confused tactics. And Gakpo looked many times back at Slot, back at the bench. Is this what you want me to do? Is this what you want me to do? I want him to cut inside and hit the Gakpo! Cody Gakpo! He even went around the outside. He's more effective than Luis Diaz going around the outside and chipped the ball to the back post, which looked a better play than cutting inside and whipping it in, because it's too premeditated and predictable, right? I want to see him hammer drive it left foot across the face of the goal, as well as that left-footed chip. Gakpo's impressive. He came alive in the last 20 minutes. Something that's really, really promising is when we had red cards, we played better because we have the defensive midfielder in the half-back position that Gravenberch and Endo have been doing, dropping into the back line. At one time, we had a fantastic back line of Endo, Curtis Jones, and Trent AlexanderArnold. What a formidable back three that is. My days. Yeah, it all works because of Watu Endo, right? Without Trent's penetrating balls, we're going to have multifaceted plays with Kerkez holding the line on the 6th position and offering the width. Frimpong going around the outside, overlapping Conor Bradley, underlapping inside, allowing Mo Salah into the inside forward position. Mazzala, 10 position on the right-hand side. Florian Wirtz between the lines connects the play as well. So we're going to be less predictable next season. But, Arne Slot's tactics, he's seen now, if you lose the ball in a transition, we are finished. We are toast. So he's got to have a real good look at the midfield position alongside Gravenberch, alongside McAllister, someone who's comfortable and positionally responsible to hold that position and be able to run laterally with the ball to make sure if we lose it on the transition that they can cover, or when they lose it on the transition, we've got covering players as well, because I don't think Dominic Szoboszlai is it in the 6th position, and Gravenberch and McAllister are it alongside Watu Endo. But yeah, we could do with one more powerhouse midfield dominating machine, like an Edison from Atalanta, like a Carlos Baleba from Brighton as well. Even Zhao from Wolves as well, right? He would look good, but I think he just signed a new contract as well. So let's see where it takes us. I believe we will sign 5 players in this transfer window. Now, it's not necessarily all 5 starters. It could be squad players. It could be promising players. But I believe we'll get in at least 5. We're going to have a busy window, a war chest, the start of a shiny new era, 2026 Premier League champions, 21 and counting. We're coming for you. League titles and for Champions League. I love Champions League. I did a poll in the live stream yesterday because there's something prestige. There's a prestige about knocking out Real Madrid, knocking out Bayern Munich, knocking out Real Madrid, knocking out everyone on the way to lifting big ears for the 7th time. My goodness, that would be music to my ears. And Salah deserves another Champions League. We deserve it, right? And it'll put him in a stronger position for the Ballon d'Or as well. Fingers crossed, I hope he wins it. But look, he broke the record. He's equaled the record. But whereas Shearer, and I think it's Andy Cole, who did it with a 42-game season, Mo Salah's equaled the record with a 38-game season with the cryonic kick. Whatcha! The bicycle kick, the vertical bicycle kick, right? The crane kick, karate kung fu master, Egyptian king, learned it in a river Nile, waterfall splashing on his head, Zen-like pose, cryonic kick, pong! And he still needed the deflection to make sure it ended up past Dean Henderson, because he always seems to have a good game against us for whatever reason. But don't underestimate Crystal Palace. 5-3-2 formation, 5-2-3 formation on transition. Will Hughes, deep line playmaker, was always free. He's a pesky bugger. He beat Man City on merit. They got quality players in Eberechi Eze. Bayern Munich are linked to Eze now that Florian Wirtz has turned them down. Eze and Elise reuniting in Bayern Munich behind Harry Kane. Why not? Looks pretty tasty, right? But I hope we get a Eberechi Eze, quality player. I hope we get Adam Wharton. They got a lot of quality players in Palace. They're on the up as well. Hope they don't get absolutely dismantled. But yeah, Glasner, Crystal Palace, match made in heaven. They look absolutely formidable as well. What to say with the tactics? Gravenberch falling into the halfback position. Van Dijk, Konate pressing up, probing, trying to bring the line of 6 in. Glasner played a half-court press, allowed Van Dijk and Konate to press. Without a movement in amongst the 10 position, and you're looking at Soberslide, Curtis Jones especially, we were blank. It's not until Endo came on with line-penetrating balls and crunching the ball, winning on transition, and allowing us to Gengen press from the front with 10 men, played more effectively. That's what you get with a person who's brave and committed like McAllister and Endo in there. And Soberslide and Jones still have a role to play, but I don't like that midfield. Gravenberch, Jones and Soberslide. It misses something hugely. It misses Alexis, Majestic, McAllister, who is ginger in the right lights as well. We are formidable. We have a top quality team. And when you add Kerkez, Wirtz and Frimpong to the mix, my goodness, I feel sorry for the rest of the team. I mean the rest of the league, but team as well, because they're quality and they're going to start a lot of games. Miyazaki man, Ichiban, thank you for a fantastic season and joining me, Liverpool fan in Japan, Sai, Miyazaki Mama Mai, Mushroom Boy Ato, and Triple Me Mia. Thank you so much. I couldn't do it without you guys. I love and appreciate you guys. I respect you guys. You guys motivate me more than you can imagine. Drop a comment below. What's your biggest memories of this season? Are you looking forward to the transfer window? Who would you like me to do transfer news about their potential role with Liverpool? There's lots of young talent in River Plate, in Argentina, in Uruguay, in Brazil as well. Could we be getting some South American flair coming in as well? Fabrizio Romano, David Ornstein, Horny Orny, or the big journalist Paul Joyce, right? All the news is coming thick and fast. Transfer window opens January 1st until January 10th. First small window period. Let's get those 3 signings in and then look towards the rest of the transfer window with joy, knowing that we've already won the transfer window in the first window because there's a second window coming up as well. Thank you so much. Arrivederci, Miyazaki-man, Ichiban. Have a great week, everyone. Have a great bank holiday as well. Hope you guys enjoyed the parade. Love seeing Arne Slot, the shiny one. Enjoying the moment. Everyone celebrated with aplomb. Until next time, Jane means ciao.